Scientists have been working to address the pressing issue of climate change, and in doing so, they often interact with various groups, including Christians. While the intentions of scientists are generally geared towards educating and raising awareness about the issue, some Christians may perceive their efforts as manipulative. To understand this dynamic, it is essential to examine the way scientists communicate with Christians about climate change and the potential pitfalls in their approach. One way scientists may be perceived as manipulative is by emphasizing the moral imperative of addressing climate change. By framing the issue as a moral obligation, scientists may unintentionally create a sense of guilt or duty among Christians who are already guided by a strong moral compass. This approach can be seen as an attempt to exploit the Christian values of compassion, stewardship, and care for creation. While the intention is to motivate Christians to take action, it can come across as condescending or judgmental, leading some to feel that scientists are trying to manipulate their beliefs. Another way scientists may be seen as manipulative is by selectively presenting data or research that supports their claims about climate change. Christians, like any other group, are not immune to the influence of confirmation bias, where they tend to give more weight to information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. Scientists, in their enthusiasm to convey the urgency of the issue, may inadvertently perpetuate this bias by highlighting only the most alarming aspects of climate change. This can create a skewed perception of the issue, leading some Christians to feel that scientists are trying to deceive or manipulate them into accepting a particular worldview. Furthermore, scientists may be perceived as dismissive of Christian perspectives on climate change, which can further exacerbate the perception of manipulation. By prioritizing scientific data over religious or spiritual beliefs, scientists may unintentionally convey that Christian values are secondary or irrelevant to the discussion. This can lead to feelings of alienation or marginalization among Christians, who may then become more entrenched in their skepticism about climate change. Scientists should strive to engage with Christian perspectives in a respectful and inclusive manner, acknowledging the validity of faith-based concerns and values. In addition, the use of emotive language and imagery by scientists can be seen as a form of manipulation. By employing vivid descriptions of climate-related disasters, such as melting glaciers, devastating hurricanes, or dying coral reefs, scientists may be attempting to elicit an emotional response from Christians. While this approach can be effective in raising awareness, it can also be perceived as manipulative, particularly if the language or imagery is exaggerated or sensationalized. Christians may feel that scientists are trying to appeal to their emotions rather than engaging them in a rational, evidence-based discussion. To build trust and credibility with Christians, scientists should adopt a more nuanced and respectful approach to communicating about climate change. This involves acknowledging the complexity of the issue, the diversity of Christian perspectives, and the importance of faith-based values. By engaging in open, inclusive, and respectful dialogue, scientists can help to create a more constructive and collaborative conversation about climate change. This might involve partnering with Christian leaders or organizations to develop climate-related initiatives, or incorporating Christian perspectives into scientific research and policy discussions. Ultimately, the perception of manipulation is often a matter of perspective, and scientists should be aware of the potential pitfalls in their communication approach. By being more mindful of the ways they interact with Christians, scientists can work to build trust, foster greater understanding, and promote more effective collaboration on the critical issue of climate change. By doing so, scientists can help to ensure that their message is heard, understood, and acted upon, rather than being dismissed as manipulative or coercive.